And I'm Chris.
And I'm Betsy, and we're As We Go. And today we're taking a couple hours to explore just a little bit of Memphis. We're only going to be able to scratch the surface, but we're going to check out what we can today before we're back on the road. So we invite you to join us as we go and explore bits and pieces of Memphis. Our first stop in Memphis was none other than the famous Peabody Hotel, with a crowded lobby there for one grand event that happens at 11 a.m. and 5 p.m. every day, and we made it just in time to catch the Parade of Ducks. The March of the Peabody Ducks. We had a lot of fun watching those ducks on their parade. It was kind of fascinating to watch what typically are wild ducks, wild mallards, actually march their way down the red carpet. Of course, they knew there was food waiting for them on the other side of that fountain. But in addition to those ducks, they have marvelous bits of trivia throughout the Peabody Hotel. It's quite famous in its own right, with things like being one of the big places for big band era and jazz musicians to be when they would broadcast their radio shows, and where Elvis signed with RCA and got his recording bonus. By the way, the Lansky stores that are there, that's where Elvis got some of his clothes at. And we took advantage of the awesome vintage mailbox to send a postcard to the grandkids. Sure hope they got it by now. After exploring the Peabody Hotel and watching the ducks, we started to make our way through town. We went past the Redbird Stadium, that's the farm team for the St. Louis Cardinals, past some cool street art, made our way through W.C. Handy Park, and eventually ended up on world-famous Beale Street. And Beale Street, while very cool and kind of funky vibe there, was really quiet. You can sure tell we were there in the middle of the morning, in the middle of the week, in the off-tourist season. But we did score a really great hamburger at a place called Dyer's. They've been around since 1912. And of course, there's always creative places for performance venues. As you can see, these girders are actually propping up the front of what used to be a club that apparently was there years ago. I didn't get any history on that. But when you look through the windows and through the doors, the inside is actually a patio/nightclub kind of place. Pretty inventive use of space. And of course, we saw the famous B.B. King's. We didn't go in, we'd already had lunch. We'll catch it next time when we go through Memphis and maybe check it out at that time. But we did slip into A. Schwab's. A. Schwab is another business that has been there for years and years. When you go inside, head upstairs, they actually have a small museum. And that second floor museum is free. Then if you go up to the third floor, they have like an antiques dealer, and of course what would Beale Street be without someone selling old vinyl record albums? And last but not least, down on the main floor, in addition to typical souvenirs and shirts and mugs and what have you, they have an old-fashioned hand-scooped soda fountain. Too bad I was still full from lunch. They look like they do a marvelous malt. And back to the car we go, because there was no way we were going to walk from Beale Street all the way down to the Bass Pro Shop Pyramid. This place is unbelievable. Talk about off the hook. Check out this quick little bit here. I mean, they've got everything. They've got a fish tank with live fish. They've got an elevator that goes all the way to the top. Hey, for $10, you can go all the way to the top and stand out on a little balcony at the top of the pyramid and get a great view. I saved my $10, okay? Anyway, it was really cool. Oh, and they even had alligators. But it was pretty incredible there at Bass Pro Shops. And a tip for any of you who are RVers and boondock, we didn't take advantage of it, but they will allow RVers to do an overnight in their parking lot. And then as we made our way home, we caught a glimpse of a reproduction paddle boat out there on the Mississippi River. Hey, we sure hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. I will have links down below, and I'm going to close this out. We're going to replay the clip of the ducks for you. Again, thanks again for watching. We sure appreciate it. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. And please do subscribe so you can keep up with everything we have going on. Take care, safe travels, and who knows, as we go, maybe we'll see you on the road.